True media. Hey, check this out. Understand this. You the truth. And people can't admit that it ain't the same without you. You the truth. You was the life of the party. You was the one that kept everything going. You was the one that kept everybody situated. You was the brain of the group. You was the one that had the insight and information how to adjust to certain situations and certain problems when they pop up. See, you the truth. You the one that had the light. You the one that had the smile that can light up the party. And people can't admit that it ain't the same without you. You dig what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who you kept going. It's a lot of people who you motivated, who you touched. They wanted to give up on themselves, but you kept them in a space that anything is possible. And once they lost you, they lost a blessing. You was the blessing for a lot of people. You was the blessing in a lot of people's lives. You was the blessing that God sent to restore peace in people. You was the blessing that God sent to put forth good energy into people. And they can't admit that it ain't the same without you. Now you got a lot of people out here, they doing bad, they down bad. They doing worse. They in a position to where, they confused. They don't have that backbone to stand on that was you. They don't have that friend to call that was you. They don't have that person to reach out and talk to their problems and try to get over their problems with. That was you, the one that was going to bring them insight, that was going to bring them encouragement and motivation. They don't have that no more. And see, you got to realize how dope you is to a lot of people. You got to realize how dope you is and how much you matter in this world to a lot of people. You the truth, and people just, they can't admit it. People can't admit that you the truth, and it ain't the same without you. You feel what I'm saying? You was the one that people couldn't wait to see. People couldn't wait to hang out with. People couldn't, they couldn't wait till you showed up. You feel what I'm saying? To the party. You was the life of the party. People couldn't wait till you showed up to the barbecue, to the family reunion, to Sunday dinner. They couldn't wait to see your face because they knew that you was going to bring good, pure, and raw energy. Positivity. You have a spirit of uplifting others in a way to where you make people feel 10 times better about themselves when you come around. It ain't the same without you. Now people got their heads down. You got people out here, backtracking and doing time in and out of jail. People out here done regressed. People out here is losing focus. People is worse. People, you ever met somebody, you was always the one that had to kind of like tell them that they can do something better with their life. You was always the motivation. You was always the inspiration. People don't understand that some people can't be replaced. See, they tried that with you, and it left them with a heart full of pain. They tried that with you. They tried to replace you. They thought they could replace you. They thought that the grass was really greener on the other side. They thought that you was a fluke. Whole time you was the truth, and you was sent by God, and you was the blessing in their life that God took away. See, sometimes God has sent people in your life to be a blessing too. That woman that you lost, bro, she was a blessing. She was cooking. She was cleaning. She ran errands for you. She made sure your business was straight. She made sure your kids was taken care of. She supported you. Now you ain't got that woman no more. And now you out here struggling, trying to find love in 3 or 4s. And you can't do it. Because that woman was sent to you by God, and she was a blessing in your life to fulfill the things that you lacked at. Same thing. Sis, that man that came into your life to help you heal. He was the blessing that was sent by God to help you heal, to get over your childhood traumas, to show you that it's a better way, to show you that if you follow my leadership, I lead you in a way to where you never thought a man can lead you. I'm different. I'm better. I'm wise. He was the prize, and he was the blessing that God sent you. But you messed him up thinking that you can just replace him. You messed him up thinking that he was a fluke. You messed him up and you messed up your relationship and your situation with him, not knowing that God sent him as a blessing and not for you to just replace him and run all over him. But you looked at him as an opportunist. Sis, you looked at him as an opportunist. You didn't understand that he had the magical powers to change your whole dynamic, to change your whole situation. Now you're wondering why you're feeling tired. Now you're wondering why you can't, complete a task in school. Now you're wondering why you ain't motivated. Now you're wondering why you can't keep a job. Now you're wondering why all hell feel like it's breaking loose. Now you're wondering why you can't meet another person like him. Because he was the blessing that God sent to heal you and direct you and build with you. And the sad part about life sometimes, people gotta lose the thing that they underestimate. People gotta lose the thing that they don't value, that's the most valuable to them, just to realize that it was a blessing. Just to realize that that person was a blessing. See, you the truth. You the truth. And it ain't been the same since you left certain people's life. Some people don't know how to, keep a smile on their face. You was the one that encouraged people. You was the one that, ignited people and sparked that fire in people and wanted people to do more and become more and think better and think different. But the sad part about it, God had to pull back and take you out of their life so they can see that you was the blessing. You was the blessing in their life. You dig what I'm saying? And the sad part, it's a lot of people out here dealing with this, man. They done burnt bridges with the wrong person. And later on figured out down the line like, ooh, man, I done messed up with the wrong person. And they trying to get in touch with you and reach out to you, but they can't properly tell you exactly how they feel because they got a sense of pride and they ego driven. So they can't tell you exactly how they truly feel. And they see you done moved on and everything you touch is turning into gold. You feel me? Everybody you messing with is happy. And they experience that same feeling. And they once had that same connection with you. And now they no longer possess that connection that they had with you. And that's how you know you the truth. When you can leave somebody, when you can spark truth, when you can spark a form of freedom, spark a flame in somebody and have people motivated and driven to do better, who was down bad before you met them. And then you can take that same energy and unite the next person with it. And unite the next person. And unite the next person. And then people gonna be sitting back looking like, yeah, he the truth. Yeah, she the truth. Everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. They get the best out of people. Everywhere they go. God is blessing them in certain situations. Everywhere they go, the things that they touch come to fruition, come to pass. Everything that they do has some kind of form of impact behind it. That's how people know when you the truth, but you got to know you the truth as well. You can't be out here wasting your real on fake people. You got to understand that it ain't the same without you. For a lot of people, it ain't the same without you. You was the life of the party. You was the one that people can call on and people can hit up for advice when they dealing with it, relationship problems, when they dealing with problems in their business and they needed some kind of form of advice to pull it through. That was you that was on the other end telling them it's gonna be all right. That was you on the other end telling them keep working hard. That was you on the other end telling them not to give up. That was you on the other end telling them you can make it. That was you on the other end telling them I see you. I see what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I'm proud of you. You brought life to people. You installed life, wisdom, encouragement, strength. You done built people up. People that was down at the bottom, you done built them up. You done took them from nothing and built them up. God sent you as a blessing in their life to build them up, to restore the things that they lost, to restore the trauma that they were suffering from, to restore the mindset that they lost, to restore the freedom that they was looking for. And it ain't the same without you. And a lot of people don't understand that you was the blessing in their life. You the truth. Really. Everybody you come across, you put a smile on their face. They gotta touch you when they're around you. They can't wait to see you. They can't wait to see you. They can't wait to hug you. They miss you when you ain't around. I'm telling you, people is suffering in silence because they know that the blessing, the biggest blessing that they ever had was you. You was the biggest blessing that some people ever had. It wasn't no money, because you could replace that money, come and go. It wasn't no car, because you can replace that, cars come and go. It wasn't no house. Houses come and go. But the authenticity of a person, when they love somebody for real, from the heart, the peace of mind you get from being around a certain person that's encouraging you and uplifting you in the spirit, uplifting you and strengthening you in areas where you was weak at, where you was vulnerable at. You cannot replace that. You cannot replace a man of God. You cannot replace a woman that has a spirit and that has a relationship and a connection in the mind for God. You cannot replace that. That's irreplaceable. You can't replace it. And I'm telling you, man, you is the truth. You was the one that kept things going. You ever witness how you left certain people's life? It just seemed like everything went down the drain for them. You ever realized how once you broke up with somebody, or once you moved on from a certain friend, all you ever heard after that, after you left them, or after your relationship was salvaged, all you was hearing was bad news, how they was doing bad, couldn't get on their feet, how the woman or the man that you was into it with, how they just was, strung out and was out here getting used and used up and manipulated and getting into all kind of trouble and drama and things of that nature, because they didn't realize that you was the blessing. And sometimes people don't understand it until it's gone. Sometimes God have to replace you. Sometimes God have to replace you in a way to position people and to allow people to understand and realize that, guess what? He was the best thing that happened to you. She was the best thing that happened to you. They was the blessing in your life. And guess what God tell them? You ain't gonna never get a person like them again. You ain't gonna never experience a person like them again. So for the rest of your days, I'm going to make you wonder. I'm going to make you sit up here and fantasize about the good times that person showed you, about the memories that you share with that person. I'm going to put you in a position to where you're going to have to work 10 times as harder just to get a person that's half of them. Not like them, that's half of them. Because they was the blessing that I sent to you to help you to get on your feet. And you the truth, man. I'm telling you, man. You the truth. And it's not nothing to be, have no pride about, like have a sense of pride. Like, you can't be touched or can't nothing happen to you or you don't have no flaws. But it's the thing that your energy, the energy you possess within, the strength you possess within, the focus and fortitude and resilience that you have. It's unmatched, irreplaceable. And it can't be taken for granted. It's very rare. We the last of a dying breed. And you got to understand, man. People going through it without you. People going through it without you, man. They going through it without you, man. You feel what I'm saying? So understand, man, you the truth, man. Start walking like it. Start talking like it. Start moving like it. Start realizing that. Don't be spreading yourself thin to any and everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get put in a position to where you start thinking and moving like everybody. You rare. You a different breed. You have a different cause to life. You set apart. You dig what I'm talking about? So remember that, man. Keep your head up, stay focused, be blessed, and realize you the truth, man. I'll let y'all later. Peace out.